Hello beautiful people, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 19. Now today is going to be a sit down vlog, although we will do the Advent as well. But I wanted to sit down and talk to all of you about books that have changed my life. This is something that all of you have been requesting as we've gone through Vlogmas. You wanted to know what my favorite books are. And as you may know at this point, because I think I've talked about it several times, my favorite books are actually personal development books and not novels. Now I do like novels as well. I read and enjoy them. I am in a book club. That's what we read most of the time. But my personal preference is just to read self-development books. I love the act of learning, expanding your mind, being exposed to different types of thought. I just think it's good to do. So I'm gonna share with you ones that have just been instrumental to me, that really created an impact for me over the years. Some of these go like quite a ways back. Like I've started reading personal development books probably at this point at around 15-ish years ago, but I just, oh my God, I love them. And this was really hard to whittle down because I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them. All right, so let's dive into my favorites. Now, one of the most recent reads of mine that I really love, and this is an oldie, so some of you may have heard of this already, is Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This book is about exploring how to create a high impact and high income for yourself in your life and get you thinking out of the traditional mold that comes when we think about money and to work hard and go the traditional education route and, you know, work for somebody else and all of those things. And I loved this book. He writes it in much more of a story format, which actually I thought was brilliant for how this book unfolds. And there's so many gems in this book. If you haven't read it, go do yourself a favor, go read it. I think this was released, I think he said the initial time was like late 80s or early 90s or so, but it's such a gem. There is so much goodness out of it. And like I said, this is probably one of the ones that I read most recently. I don't know why I put it off for so long, but fabulous book. He's got a slew of others. Oh, there goes Charlie. Sorry about that. Charlie was barking at the mailman. Buddy, get down. All right. So, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, highly recommend, fabulous book. The next one that was slightly more recent, I would say within the past 3 or 4 months, that I've already talked about on this channel, is The One Thing. This one is excellent. It really gets you to narrow your focus in on what one thing would help you push the needle forward constantly so that you're not scattering a lot of your energy focusing on little tasks that don't really mean anything and that create more busy work rather than actually being effective in your day-to-day life. So I really, really appreciated this one. There's so many gold nuggets in it. I know Sean really, really loves this book too. And this is what that planner is based off of that I'm currently using, that I spoke to all of you about throughout Vlogmas, or that I recently started talking to you about in Vlogmas. Highly recommend. I really think you guys will absolutely love this, and definitely changes the way that you look at productivity and your day-to-day scheduling. It's so good. Okay, now the next one that I absolutely love, I have read this several times and made so many notes on it, it's starting to look a little worn, but I love it, is Marianne Williamson's The Law of Divine Compensation. This one is such a great money mindset book, and how you are worthy of calling in the income that you desire in your life. And she talks about it from obviously a very spiritual perspective, if any of you are familiar with Marianne Williamson's work. And oh my gosh, I just love it. The first time I read this, Sean and I were actually away in Hilton Head Island. I was sitting on the beach, and I just felt this like beautiful connection and like timing with reading this book the first round. And there's just so many gold nuggets of information and touches on self-worth and self-confidence, and it was just so wonderful. And if you are a female entrepreneur, I highly recommend you pick this up, because I find it's like an epidemic with women entrepreneurs is that we undervalue what we do and undercharge. And this was a major preview for me and wake up call with wanting to shift a lot of those things. Anyway, it's so inspiring and just leaves your heart warm. So highly recommend this one. I go back to it over and over again. I absolutely freaking love it. And I will leave all these books linked down below for you guys as well, just so you know, in case you're interested. Now, another one that was really impactful for me is a book by a female entrepreneur. Her name is Carrie Green, and she runs the Female Entrepreneur Association. It's kind of like a membership. And first of all, the book is super cute. I don't know if it's gonna look kind of washed out, but like absolutely freaking adorable. And I love that it's like pink and white. I mean, how cute. And the top of it, or the cover, says, turn your ideas into reality and become a wildly successful entrepreneur. She's such a sweetheart. She also has a YouTube channel, and I just love it because she talks about the practical side of business, how to grow, how to scale, things to take into consideration. And this was another book that I devoured one summer, and it was just so impactful for me in looking at not just being the frantic entrepreneur all over the place, but actually creating strategies for myself and how to logically put a business together that felt good, and just things to consider both when starting out and a little bit more seasoned as well. So I really, really loved this book. Actually, I've been dying to pick it up again because it's been a while since I read it. Like, we're going back, oh, I don't know, quite a while, a few years at least. And anyway, it's kind of been on my heart to read it again because I did enjoy it so much the first time. So again, if you're thinking about going into business, or you are in business, this is just such a lovely little gem to read, and was so impactful for me. So I highly, highly recommend. Actually, another business book that I didn't bring down, oh, and I forget the owner's or the author's full name, but Girl Boss is another one that I really enjoyed. Okay, another one that I thought was wonderful, I've had Sean read it, anyone that will listen to me, just go read the book, is You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. This is a fantastic book and really funny. If you guys have never read her books before, she does the book You Are a Badass, You're a Badass at Making Money. I think she's got 2 or 3 others as well. I think You're a Badass Every Day is another one. I can't remember. Anyway, hysterical. She is so humorous in how she writes. So this is a breezy, easy read story, but it's so practical. The advice is phenomenal and really works on your money mindset. Because again, if you want to call more into your life, you have to work on the narrative that you tell yourself every day. So if you tell yourself you're gonna be broke and you can't achieve anything, then that will be your reality. But if you want more, there is a way that you can flip the script, change the narrative, and create better for yourself, because you are the author of your reality. And it's really impactful because she went from living or couch surfing on her friends' like different couches and living that way into her 40s, I believe. I might be butchering that. And then is now a millionaire in a period of, I believe it was 2 years, which is really inspiring. Like, it's so cool. I just love hearing like success stories from people. I think it's so inspiring. Anyway, like I said, hilarious, great read, great nuggets of information. Highly, highly recommend. This is another one I have reread several times. I just absolutely love it. It's so good. And then another one that I have read multiple times and just is near and dear to my heart is The Universe Has Your Back by Gabrielle Bernstein. I don't know if you guys follow Gabby Bernstein. I am a big fan of hers. I absolutely love all the work she does. I have all of her books. I have her like affirmation cards, like everything. I just think they're beautiful. And this one in particular I love because it teaches you and reminds you to have faith in the process, faith in yourself, faith in what God and the universe is doing and the magic it's working in your life, and that everything is divine timing, and just allows you to trust and not panic and stress so much about anything that might be happening in your life. And she just walks through it in such a really uniform, lovely, practical manner, and it's just such a calming, grounding book to read. Highly, like, I highly recommend all of these, but this one is just such a beautiful one. Yeah, it says transform faith to fear. Oh, so good. If you're new to like the woo-woo world, this would be one I'd recommend to pick up first. It's just absolutely excellent. Now, I saved the best for last because this is like the OG book for me. This is a oh, you know what? I forgot a really good one. I don't think I have it down here. Okay, I was gonna say that this next one is like the OG of personal development books, but there's one before that, and I don't have it here, so I apologize, but it is The Journey of the Peaceful Warrior by Dan Millman. It is such a beautiful story of the self and ego and the growth that a man goes through while he's going through college and then grows up throughout his life, and him just becoming a larger version of himself. It is just such a fantastic book. That was the very first personal development book I read when I was in my early 20s. Just unbelievable, unbelievable. Like, go do yourself a favor, find it. There's a couple of books in that series that are just excellent, but you will love it. You will love it. It's so, so good. And then the one that's impacted me probably the most out of all of these books, honestly, is one of the OGs, I believe, of personal development and success, and that's Jack Canfield. His Success Principles book is amazing. This is now my third copy of it because I've written, scribbled, torn out, highlighted, and reread this book so many times. It is unbelievable. It is incredibly practical, so if you are not someone that's like woo-woo, you just want like steps to follow and how to create more success in your life, and more happiness, this book is chock filled with goodness. I actually finally got to see Jack Canfield last fall, finally, live. He came to Toronto for just a day, yeah, it was just a day seminar, and it was magical. I just adore this man to pieces, and his advice in this book is incredibly practical, and just, again, he's got a wonderful energy about him. And there are so many examples of success from all the people he's interacted with over the years, whether they were clients of his or not. It's just so inspiring and lighthearted. And like I said, my third copy, because I keep rereading, reloving, re-note taking, and there's always new information I pick up out of this. If there's one book alone that you should pick up if you want personal development and success, all that kind of stuff, this is it. It is absolutely sensational. By far my favorite personal development book, and that's why I have repurchased it quite a few times at this point. All right, let's go do the tea. I won't forget this time like I did when we were doing makeup. So let's go look at the Advent. And if you guys have read any of those books that I just chatted to you guys about, let me know, comment down below. And also let me know, what are your favorite PD books? Share with me, because I'm always interested to learn more, like novels, more of what's available, because there's so many fabulous people and authors out there. So yeah, I'd love for you to share. So let's look at the Advent. Okay, day 19. Can you guys believe day 19? All right, so we had 18 obviously there yesterday. Oh my gosh, these numbers are just ridiculous in terms of like size and trying to find stuff. I'm sure I might be looking at it and you guys are like, Christy, it's right there. Oh my God, look at the writing on this one. Here it is here. I don't know if you guys will see that. Like, oh, so small. All right, another candle though, which I love. Candle freak over here, very happy. And this is musk. Very cool. Oh, this is a beautiful scent. Oh my God, but it's got a really heavy after scent again. This one smells a lot like some of the perfumes. This is a newer candle. It wasn't in their Advent calendar before when I had it. So the initial scent is very sweet and light, which I love, and not too floral, because if it's too floral, I just can't get into it. But this one is, it's lovely. But there is like an after scent to it. Is that a thing? It smells a lot heavier. I'm interested to like burn this one and actually see how it smells like once it's burning. Okay, and then let's do the tea. So for the tea, oh look, 19's right here. Okay, so, oh my gosh, as these things have torn away, it's a lot harder. Where there is tea, there is hope. Oh, that's so cute. All right. Ooh, peppermint leaves. Oh God, I love peppermint tea. Let's do this. Okay, my loves, I have the tea. This will be my second tea today because I'm also in the midst of filming Vlogmas day 20. 20? Yes. Oh my God, I can't keep track of the days anymore. Oh, the lighting's really weird. What is going on? Hold on, that's better. Okay, let's sip. Although I do love peppermint tea. Oh, so good. I love peppermint tea. I love it. Especially, I don't know why, well, I do know why. So one of the teas I used to have when I was going to home church was peppermint tea. One of the beautiful women that were there always had peppermint tea, and I just found it so relaxing while talking about like faith and going through our teaching that week. And it reminds me of that. I just find it so cozy. Oh my God, so good, so good. And this one's like a really nice, it's not too strong, but so freaking lovely. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you hear. I'm sending you all the love to the moon back, and I'll see you in tomorrow's Vlogmas. Bye, guys.